I just hopped up on a jet, going somewhere I never gone yet. Baby get mad cause I ain't checked my phone yet. Life been getting busy and my head been saying dizzy, but I ain't finna stop cause we ain't on the throne yet. Keep the game in check. If you are under the assumption that GameStop is a dying retail store with declining revenue, closing locations, and losing market share due to almost all games now being downloadable online for the past 5 to 10 years, you were absolutely right. Today, not so much. I'm here to present to you another side of the story. This is the case for GameStop. Let's go. Chapter 1, new leadership, new company. Let's take a trip all the way back in time to around August 2020. GameStop shares were trading at a whopping $3 to $4 a share. The prior year, full of shutdowns and panic, had seemingly sped up GameStop's inevitable decline substantially. Board members did not seem to care that the company was just dying. Stores were being closed. You could now download games over the internet, which was much faster than going to the store and buying a hard copy. And malls were losing interest fast, which, as we all know, is where most GameStop stores are located anyway. GameStop was looking like it would soon be a thing of the past, just like many of the used games that it sells. But here come the players. August 14th, 2020, Melvin Capital releases their 13F stating they have 34,000 put contracts totaling to around $15 million, betting that GameStop shares will go down. Little did they know, in just 4 days, Ryan Cohen would enter the arena. Who is Ryan Cohen, you're probably asking? Well, we will get to that in a little, so don't worry. August 18th, 2020, Ryan Cohen releases his 13F, showing his 9% stake in GameStop, totaling around $30 million. So what does Melvin Capital do? They double down, of course. November 16th, 2020, 55,000 puts worth 55 mil. This does not faze Ryan in the slightest though. Double down. Ryan now reveals a 13% stake in GameStop, and he has a plan. Ryan threatens GameStop and informs them that he can transform GameStop from a brick and mortar retailer into a modern e-commerce giant. Let's see what happens. Alright, the board is set, and this is where things start to get fun. Start of the year 2021. Some retail traders on an online forum have gotten word of the GameStop situation. YouTuber Roaring Kitty, Keith Gill, the legend himself, begins live streaming his thoughts and opinions on this GameStop trade. Word gets spread around, and GameStop stock begins gaining some serious traction and attention on social media platforms. January 11th. Ryan Cohen and the gang infiltrate the ranks. Due to his massive stake in GameStop, Ryan gets himself elected along with 2 of his right-hand men from Chewy, and then 4 old board members leave. There are some theories regarding a few of the former members trying to intentionally wreck the GameStop ship for profit, but we won't get into that in this video. Fast forward to February 23rd, the last nail is taken out of GameStop's coffin. Their CFO, Jim Bell, steps down right after failing to convince the board that Ryan Cohen's ideas will destroy the company. Yeah, you heard that right. This guy has a history of destroying companies, so it kind of makes sense. Anyways, with the final goober out of the building, it's time to go to work. April 8th, the board announces they intend to elect Ryan Cohen as chairman of the board. So you're now probably asking yourself, what is so freaking special about Ryan Cohen? Well, let's see what Stock Granddaddy has to say about the leadership. Big Buffett believes the quality of a company's management is a key factor on whether a stock will be a good investment. So let's see what Mr. Ryan is all about. Ryan Cohen, 36-year-old dog lover, he started his business at 25 years old with no college degree, just a vision and the balls to make it happen. This man went up directly against Amazon overlords with no help. He went to over 100 venture capital firms with no luck. The no's never made me doubt my strategy. It was the opposite, Cohen says. 2 years later, he gets his first investment in Chewy and immediately starts scaling. In just 3 years later, Chewy clears 900 mil sales and become the #1 online pet retailer. In 2017, he sells Chewy for over $3 billion. Now in 2021, Chewy is worth over $30 billion. I'm going to be honest here, I kind of went a bit overboard on watching as many interviews of RC that exist on the internet. But if you entrust someone with every dollar you have, you better make sure he knows what he's doing. And let me tell you, Ryan knows exactly what he's doing. So check out some of these quotes from some interviews where Ryan outlines how he achieved Chewy's success. We focused on 4 pillars in order to delight our customers. 1, amazing customer service. 2, low prices. 3, fast shipping. And 4, selection. We focus on a category where customers are fanatical. I'd say that fits gamers pretty dang well. We had to become experts in fulfillment. I focused on bringing a human element to e-commerce. We provided 24/7 US-based customer service and included small touches like handwritten cards. These were ways we could connect with customers and build loyalty over time, optimizing for a lifetime relationship, not a single transaction. Oh, this one's good. We hire for will, not skill. One is teachable, one is not. Whew. I don't know about y'all, I just got some goosebumps off that. And speaking of hiring, Ryan can't do all this on his own. Let's see if he brought any other genius friends with him on the GameStop ship. It seems he only brought over 150 new hires from Chewy, Amazon, Zulily, Target, Walmart, and more. This man is insane. Like I said, change in leadership, change in company. So, it's been a couple months since then. What is RC and the team up to? Let's check out the recent Q2 earnings. Oh, I don't know, how about a 25% increase in sales, paid off all debt, raised over $1 billion in cash, putting them with $1.78 billion cash in hand, revamped social media, revamped the website with a massive new selection of products, 2 brand new fulfillment centers, one over 500,000 square foot and the other one over 700,000 square foot. And from the earnings call, they said, we have unified leadership fully focused on 2 long-term goals. 1, delighting customers. Well, that sounds familiar. And 2, delivering value for shareholders. Well, you like to hear that too. They also said we are positioning GameStop to scale. We are investing back in long-term growth, and we're investing in new customer care facilities. Like I said, change in leadership, change in company. This is not the same company from last year. Chapter 2, Cult Customers, Cult Investors. Sometimes company stocks transcend being just another ticker. Let's look at Tesla, for example. Tesla stock created many first-time millionaires, and the lines between customer/investors became way more blurred than normal. As a marketer myself, I've studied companies that have developed cult brands. Examples like Apple, Chick-fil-A, Harley Davidson, and for my Bama brothers, Natty Light. These brands have developed high customer loyalty over the years and have incredible rates of repeat customers. But GameStop is an entirely different animal. In this rare instance, the stock itself developed a cult following, which has turned into GameStop having a following of new cult customers, which are also at the same time heavily invested in the GameStop stock. There are now multiple Reddit pages strictly dedicated to following GameStop's progress and the stock. At the time I'm recording this, Superstonk has over 600,000 members, GME has over 300,000 members, DD into GME has over 60,000 members, GME Jungle has over 80,000 members, and if you want to see just how crazy devoted these people are to GameStop, its company, and the stock, just go check out some of the posts. It's crazy. I mean, these people are now obsessed with GameStop. They're invested in GameStop, and they're a huge fan of GameStop and Ryan Cohen. There's plenty of pictures of people driving thousands of miles just to go to a GameStop and buy stuff. There's people buying $1,000 of merchandise. It is crazy. Y'all need to go check out some of the posts. It's insane. But basically, now GameStop and Ryan has a ton of cult customers who are also invested, which is going to be perfect for the business. Chapter 3, From the Impatient to the Patient. Let's bring back Granddaddy Buffett with another famous quote. This one's a banger. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Now let's see just who is impatient in the GameStop situation here. So the fun started shorting GameStop as far back as my trading app is going to go. For those of you who are new to the stock market, I'm going to try to explain what shorting a stock is as simple as I can. So try to stick with me. It's really not that complicated. It just takes a second to understand it. Let's say that you own one copy of Mario Party 8. The game was fire, by the way. I ask you, hey, can I borrow that for just a week? And you say, sure, bro. You can borrow this game, whatever. Just give it back to me after a week. So I take your Mario Party 8 and I sell it for $60 on eBay. A couple days go by and news comes out that the creator of Mario was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein. And the Mario games plummet in price, as they should. The week is up and it's time for me to return your copy of Mario Party 8 back. So I don't have it because I sold it. I buy one for $20 since they plummeted in price, and I give it back to you. So you got your copy back. I made $40 because I sold it for $60 and then bought it for $20 when the time was up. So you changed Mario Party 8 to a stock, and that's exactly how you short companies. So basically you're betting on a company's failure. I know, right? Very American. But let's keep going. Ever since GameStop peaked around $60 many years ago, it was on a steady decline, and for good reasons. The company was not doing so hot, so shorting GameStop wasn't a terrible idea at the time. But now we start to see where the greedy hedge fund managers started getting impatient here. They had started shorting probably around $60, and in 2020, the GameStop shares hit a low of $2.57 per share. I mean, that's a coffee. That's a white monster. That's a very nice profit had they just closed their short positions and returned the stock they borrowed to their owners. But that would have been way too smart. Instead, they kept increasing their short position. They were doubling down, borrowing more and more stock to drive GameStop into bankruptcy. It's honestly pretty evil and pretty sick because these are people's jobs. People have started these companies from the ground up. It's their dream, but they've done it to so many companies in the past, and it's sad. For example, you've got Sears, Blockbuster, Toys R Us, all of these companies that maybe would have survived if they hadn't been shorted to death and diluted with stock because of these hedge funds' greed. But unluckily for them, shorting does come with a price. So let's go back to our other example. Let's say after I borrowed and sold your Mario Party 8 for $60, for some reason the price skyrockets up to $3,000 a copy. Now I owe you a copy of the game in a week, and it's crazy expensive. So in theory, the price of an asset could get infinitely expensive, which means if you're short an asset, infinite losses. In GameStop's case, the short sellers have sold more shares short onto the market than even exist. I know it sounds crazy because it is. It's crazy how illegal the market is. There's a lot of ins and outs. I don't understand all of it. But if you don't believe something like this can happen, just Google 2008. These people are evil, and it is honestly kind of scary. Another great resource to watch to help you understand this would be The Big Short movie. It really shines a light on just how evil and greedy and corrupted Wall Street really is, and the people that run Wall Street, the SEC themselves. Everybody's kind of in on it, and it's crazy. So go watch that if you get a chance. But back to GameStop. This is what people are referring to when they're talking about a short squeeze, because the shorts have to buy back the shares. The only way they can get out of this is if GameStop goes bankrupt soon, and as we learned from Chapter 1, that's just not going to happen. To recap, we have a company that is undergoing a massive transformation that is almost completely under the radar to the general public. We have an incredible leader with a 5-star team in place, almost $2 billion in cash to play with, a massive cult following of not only customers, but investors too, and a massive short interest on a stock. And you know what that means. All short sellers are just future buyers. So for everyone who's asked me in this past year, this is why GameStop has become my new savings account, a couple shares every paycheck. As for my predictions on the stock, I'm not sure. I just think it's going to go up. So in theory, the share price could go to the millions because they have to buy back more shares than even exist. So this is crazy. It doesn't happen a lot at all. So this is insane. But the anatomy of a good investment is all about upside versus downside, risk versus reward. And with the entire market at absolutely insane levels, the housing market at insane levels, inflation is worse than 2008 and it's slowly destroying the value of cash. I just can't find a better investment than this, so I'm all in. I'm sold. Hopefully this explains to some of you who've been asking why I love this GameStop trade so much. And the downside, it could go down for a little while, but I'm just going to buy more. And the upside, technically, is infinity. So I'm KJ. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you learned something. But like I said, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just here to shine some light on the situation. And y'all have a blessed day. See y'all later. Just kidding, I'm back. Make sure to like the video if you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe in case I make some more, who knows. Y'all let me know what you want to see. Are you investing in GameStop, or is this crazy? Are you trying to be a millionaire by 30 like me, or are you trying to go broke by 30 like me? Just let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all later. God bless. Thanks for watching the video. It's been KJ. I'm out.